Hello students, welcome to next video of chemistry. In this video today we discuss chapter the language of chemistry, topic chemical equation. You all know what is chemical change? A change which is irreversible and in which new substances are formed is called as a chemical change. For example, burning of paper. When we burn paper, paper changes into ash. Ash is a new substance formed. Same way, curdling of milk and charring of sugar both are chemical changes. Because in both we are getting new substances, curd from milk and charred sugar from sugar. Now, in all chemical changes, the substances we start with are called as reactant and the substances we end up with are called products. We start with our reactants, we end up with our products. See, in these three chemical changes, first one, paper when burnt changes into ash. Ash is a new substance, so this is a product. This is product. Paper is a starting substance, so this is a reactant. Curdling of milk. Milk changes into curd. So milk is a reactant starting substance and curd is a product. Charring of sugar. Sugar is converted into a charred sugar. So sugar is a reactant and charred sugar is a product. So substance we start with called as reactant and we end up with called as product. For atom, we studied atom is represented by symbol. For molecule, we studied molecule is represented by formula. Now we talk about chemical change. This chemical change is represented by chemical equation. Chemical equation. But in order to understand chemical equation, you should know first of all word equation. Word equation. This topic you studied in 7th class also. What is word equation? This is the representation of chemical change using words. Representation of chemical change using words called as word equation. For example, carbon burnt in sufficient supply of oxygen to form carbon dioxide. Now this is a chemical change in which carbon burnt in sufficient supply of oxygen. It means that carbon and oxygen both are reactants to form carbon dioxide and carbon dioxide is product because carbon dioxide is a new substance. This is the starting substance, that is the reactant. This is also starting substance, that is reactant. So this is a chemical change and this chemical change we can represent in word equation. How? By writing reactants on the left side. Reactant we always write on the left side while writing chemical equation or word equation. Product we write on the right side and we connect reactant and product both with arrow and head of the arrow will be towards the product. Now if we will have a more number of reactants like A, B, C, all are reactants, then how we write? We write all reactants on left side and we put positive sign in between. If we will have a number of products like X, Y, Z, we write all on right side and we put positive sign in all. Then we connect reactant and product with the single-headed arrow. So same way, here we are having two reactants, carbon and oxygen. So both reactants we write on the left side only. that is carbon is the first reactant, plus second reactant is oxygen, then product is carbon dioxide, we write on the right side. Now this is a representation of chemical change and is called as word equation. Why? Because we are representing this chemical change using words. So this is a word equation. But if we represent the same chemical change using symbols or formulas instead of words, like for carbon, symbol we know that is capital C. For oxygen, this is oxygen molecule, the formula is O2. It is giving us carbon dioxide, formula is CO2. Now this is a chemical equation. This is word equation, this is chemical equation. Word equation is representation of a chemical change using words, while chemical equation is a representation of chemical change using symbols and formulas. While writing word equation or chemical equation, you should keep in mind reactant we always write on left side and product we always write on right side, and we connect reactant and product with arrow, and head of the arrow we just draw on product side. Then if we will have number of reactants, we write all reactants, we put positive sign. Same way we write all products on right side and we put positive sign in between. And this is also called as writing the skeleton of a chemical change. Next example, carbon when burnt in an insufficient supply of air forms carbon monoxide. Means that we write chemical equation carbon plus supply of oxygen, that is the air, carbon plus O2 will give you carbon monoxide. The formula of carbon monoxide is CO. So here we write carbon when burnt in insufficient amount of air, means that carbon plus O2 we get carbon monoxide, CO. This is the word equation for the burning of carbon and giving carbon monoxide. Same way you can see many chemical changes are there. The first one, carbon dioxide dissolves, carbon dioxide formula is CO2, dissolves in water, water formula is H2O, to form carbonic acid, carbonic acid formula is H2CO3. So carbon dioxide dissolves in water, means carbon dioxide and water both are reactants. So carbon dioxide plus water, because both are reactants, to form carbonic acid, means carbonic acid is product. So these are reactants, this is product, we connect them with arrow. So the equation is CO2 plus H2O, we get H2CO3. Same way, ammonia dissolves in water, ammonia formula is NH3, dissolves in water, means ammonia and water both are reactants, water formula is H2O, two reactants are there, so we write over here positive sign. Form means that next is the product, ammonium hydroxide formula is NH4OH. So ammonia dissolves in water and forms ammonium hydroxide, this is product and these are the reactants. Same way, hydrogen reacts with chlorine, hydrogen which is the molecular formula is H2 plus reacts with chlorine, chlorine is Cl2, to form hydrogen chloride having formula HCl. So these are the reactants and this is the product. Same way, next, hydrogen reacts with oxygen to form water. Now hydrogen is what? Hydrogen is H2, oxygen is O2. So H2 plus O2, arrow, water. Water is H2O. So you see H2 plus O2 we get water. Same way, under certain conditions, nitrogen is gas, that is N2, reacts with hydrogen is H2 to form ammonia. Ammonia formula is NH3. So we write over here nitrogen N2 plus H2, then arrow ammonia NH3. N2 plus H2 arrow ammonia NH3. So these are the reactants. This is product. These are reactants. This is product. 2 reactants, 1 product. 2 reactants, 1 product. 2 reactants and 1 product again. Law of conservation of matter. Matter can neither be created nor be destroyed. Where every matter is made up of atoms. So if matter can neither be created nor be destroyed, atom also can neither be created nor be destroyed. So what happened during chemical change? During chemical change, number of atoms of each element on reactant side will be equals to the number of atoms of each element on product side. Because no atoms are lost or no atoms are gained in a chemical reaction. So, number of atoms on the left hand side of each element will be equals to number of atoms on the right hand side of each element. See in this chemical change, carbon burnt in the supply of oxygen form carbon dioxide. On the reactant side, we are having 1 carbon. And on product side also we are having 1 carbon. On reactant side we are having 2 oxygen. On product side also we are having 2 oxygen. So matter can neither be created nor be destroyed. Same way, atoms in a chemical reaction are not lost, not gained. So, but in some reactions, we see number of atoms on reactant side not equal to number of atoms on product side. For example, hydrogen reacts with chlorine, forms hydrogen chloride. This is a chemical change. So, this chemical change we can represent in chemical equation how hydrogen, which is gaseous substance H2 plus chlorine Cl2 forms hydrogen chloride HCl. Now in this reaction you can see 2 hydrogen are there on reactant side but 1 hydrogen on product side. On the other hand, we talk about chlorine, 2 chlorines on reactant side and 1 chlorine on product side. So here, number of atoms of each element on reactant side not equals to number of atoms of each element on product side. So this type of chemical equation is called as unbalanced chemical equation. Unbalanced chemical equation. Whereas this type of chemical equation in which number of atoms of each element on reactant side equal to number of atoms of each element on product side is called as a balanced equation. Balanced equation. Now here in this topic we learn that how we change unbalanced chemical equation into a balanced chemical equation. How we change this one into a balanced chemical equation, this we learn. For this we follow several steps. You see over here, the first step, count the atoms of each element on both sides of the arrow. If they tally, the equation is balanced. If not, we proceed to step number 2. Step number 2 is make the number of atoms of each element equal on the both sides by using proper coefficients like 1, 2, 3, 4. If oxygen and nitrogen appears in equation, then balancing oxygen and nitrogen first, makes the task easier. Now we discuss with example. Balance the following equations. First equation, carbon dioxide plus water giving carbonic acid H2CO3. This is carbonic acid. Carbon dioxide. 2 oxygens, water H2O. Now what we do? First of all, we make 3 columns, atoms, left hand side and right hand side. Whereas left hand side means that reactant and right hand side means that product. Type of atoms we have to write here. In the reaction you can see we are having 3 types of atom: carbon, oxygen and hydrogen. So we write over here carbon, oxygen and hydrogen. Now on left hand side we have to see, that is in the reactant side we are having how many carbons. You can see only 1 carbon is there, so we write over here 1. On the right hand side, how many carbons are there? Only 1 carbon. So here also we write 1. Left hand side, number of oxygens, you can see 2 oxygen these and 1 here. So 2 plus 1, we are having 3 oxygens. Right hand side, 3 oxygens are there. 3. Number of hydrogen atom on right side. Right side means product. How many hydrogens? 2. We write 2 over here. Number of hydrogens on reactant side, that is the left side, 2. So you can see we are having 1 carbon on both side, 2 hydrogen on both side and 3 oxygen on both side. So number of atoms of each element on left side is equals to right side. So this equation is already balanced. Need not to balance this equation. Second example, carbon plus O2 giving carbon monoxide. This is carbon monoxide. Mono means only 1. So 1 oxygen is there only. This is carbon monoxide. 2 oxygens were there. So this is carbon dioxide. Now type of atom, we are having only carbon and oxygen. Left hand side, this is left hand side, this is right hand side. How many carbons on left hand side? Only 1 carbon. On right hand side, 1 carbon. Oxygen on left hand side, 2 oxygens are there, but on right hand side we are having only 1 oxygen. So you can see number of carbon on both sides same, but number of oxygen are not same. On left hand side we are having 2 oxygens, but on right hand side we are having only 1 oxygen. So here also we have to make 2. How? If we multiply this with 2. So now what we do? We place this 2 coefficient with CO. So what we write over here? Place coefficient 2 with CO. What we get? If we place 2 coefficient with CO, we get C plus O2 giving you 2 coefficient with CO. So it will be 2CO. Now again we see there is number of atoms for the second case. This one, the number of atoms, again we see number of atoms on left hand side and on right hand side. We have to see again. Atoms again carbon and oxygen. On left hand side we are having only 1 carbon, 1. On right hand side now we are having 2 carbon. Left hand side number of oxygen we are having 2. Right hand side we are having also 2. So you can see number of oxygen now equal, but number of carbon not equal, because left hand side we are having only 1 carbon. So what we do? We should multiply this with 2. Okay, means that we have to place 2 coefficient with carbon on left hand side. So we write over here, place coefficient 2 with C on left hand side. So what we get? If we place 2 coefficient with C, we get 2C plus O2 giving you 2 of CO. Now again we see number of atoms on left hand side and on right hand side. We are having type of atom carbon and oxygen. Left hand side 2 carbon are there, right hand side also 2 carbon are there. Left hand side number of oxygen are 2 and right hand side also number of oxygen are 2. You can see now number of atom of each element on left hand side is equals to right hand side. So now this is a balanced equation. You can see 2 carbon over here, 2 over here, 2 oxygen over here and 2 oxygen over here. So this is a balanced equation. We discuss one more example, H2 plus Cl2 giving you 2 HCl, only HCl. So this equation is not balanced. In order to balance this equation, we have to multiply this with 2. So see how the type of atoms we are having hydrogen and chlorine. Left hand side how many hydrogen are there? 2. How many chlorine are there? 2. But right hand side only 1, 1. So in order to make this 1, 1, 2, we have to just write 2 coefficient with HCl. 2 coefficient with HCl. So what we do? We write coefficient 2 with HCl on right hand side. So what we get if we write 2 coefficient H2 plus Cl2 giving you 2 of HCl. Now again if we make table, atoms left hand side, right hand side. You can see hydrogen and chlorine. How many? 2. How many? 2 again. Here 2 and 2. Now you can see we are having same number of element of each atom on both sides. So this is now a balanced equation. Next example is H2 plus O2 giving water. Again we count number of atoms on left hand side and right hand side. Type of atom we are having hydrogen and oxygen. Number of hydrogen on left hand side 2, oxygen 2. Number of hydrogen on right hand side 2 and oxygen is 1. So number of hydrogen equal on both sides but oxygen not equal. So see what we have to do. We have to convert this 1 into 2. How we convert? We have to multiply this 1 with 2. Multiply this 1 with 2 means that we have to place this 2 coefficient with water on right hand side. So we place coefficient 2 with water on right hand side. So if we place 2 coefficient with water, what we get? H2 plus O2 giving water, 2 water molecules. Again we write type of atoms left hand side and right hand side. Hydrogen oxygen we are having on left hand side 2 hydrogen and 2 oxygen. Now hydrogen on right hand side we are having 4 and oxygen 2. Now number of oxygen equal but hydrogen not equal. So in order to make this 2 4 we have to multiply this with 2, means that we have to place 2 coefficient with the hydrogen atom on left hand side. So this is the hydrogen atom on left hand side. We place 2 coefficient with H2. So we get 2 of H2 plus O2 giving 2 of water molecule. Now again we write type of atom left hand side and right hand side. You can see type of atom again hydrogen oxygen. How many hydrogen on left hand side? 4. Oxygen 2. Right hand side 4 hydrogen and 2 oxygen. So you can see number of atoms of each element on both sides we are having equal only. So this is a balanced chemical equation. This is balanced chemical equation. More equations we are having over here. Magnesium plus oxygen giving magnesium oxide. You can see 1 magnesium here, 1 here, 1 oxygen here, but 2 oxygens are here. So here also we have to make 2 oxygen. How? We multiply this with 2. When we multiply this with 2, oxygen now equal on both sides, but here 2 magnesium, here 1 magnesium. So this also we have to make 2. So we multiply this with 2. This is a balanced equation. Same way, 1 potassium over here, 1 potassium over here, 1 chlorine here, 1 chlorine here. Here we are having 2 oxygens, but here 3 oxygens. Okay. So here also we have to make equal number of oxygen on both sides. So what we do? In order to, here we are having 3 oxygens, here only 2 oxygen. So this 3 can be converted into 6 and this 2 also can be converted into 6. How this 3 should be multiplied with 2 and this also should be multiplied with something that is like 3. It means that this we have to multiply with 2 and this one with 3. So when we multiply this with 2, we get 2 of K and 2 of Cl. But here we are having only 1 K and 1 Cl, so this should also be multiplied with 2. So we get 2 potassium on both sides, 2 chlorine on both sides, 3 2s are 6 oxygen over here, 3 2s are 6 oxygen over here. Same way, N2 plus H2 giving ammonia. We are having 2 nitrogen over here but 1 nitrogen over here, so we multiply this with 2. Now 2 nitrogen. Here we are having 3 2s are 6 hydrogen but here 2 hydrogen. So if we multiply this with 3, we get 6 hydrogen. Then Na2CO3 plus HCl giving NaCl plus H2O plus carbon dioxide. Here we are having 2 sodium but here only 1 sodium. So first of all we multiply this with 2. So 2 sodium here, 2 sodium here, 1 carbon here, 1 carbon here, 3 oxygen here, 3 oxygen here, 2 plus 1. Then 1 hydrogen over here but 2 hydrogen over here. So this we have to multiply with 2. Now 2 hydrogen here and 2 chlorine here and 2 chlorine here. This is a balanced chemical equation. Now there are some questions for you. H2O2 giving you water plus oxygen. The reaction is not balanced because 2 hydrogen here, 2 here, 2 oxygen here but 3 oxygen are there. So you have to balance this equation. You have to write a coefficient over here and coefficient over here also. Same way, calcium carbonate plus HCl giving calcium chloride, water and carbon dioxide. 1 calcium on both sides, 1 carbon on both sides. Then number of hydrogen over here is 1 but here 2. Here 1 chlorine, here 2 chlorine and here 3 oxygen and oxygen equal. So you have to write a coefficient over here so that we get a balanced equation. Next we discuss making chemical equation more informative. If we write only chemical equation like carbon burnt in the presence of oxygen and giving carbon dioxide. This equation is only telling us that carbon is burnt in the presence of oxygen and giving carbon dioxide. This equation is not giving us information that carbon is solid or liquid, oxygen is gaseous in state or liquid, carbon dioxide is gaseous, solid or liquid. So, in order to get more information from chemical equation, we write informative chemical equation. And here we learn how we make chemical equation more informative. First one, mentioning the condition and catalyst. Condition means that a chemical change takes place upon heating, upon cooling, at what temperature, pressure, or in the presence of light. These all are conditions. Or catalyst. What is catalyst? A catalyst is a substance that generally speeds up a reaction without itself undergoing any change. It will not undergo any change. It only increases the speed of reaction. Okay. So, both condition as well as catalyst we mention on the arrow or below the arrow. Like we write chemical reaction, reactant giving product. So, condition and catalyst we write on the arrow over here or below the arrow or over here. Then second, mentioning states. If reactant or product will be solid in state, we mention the state writing small s in small bracket, liquid state by writing small l in small bracket, and gaseous state with small g in small bracket. If reactant or product will be in aqueous solution, we write small a, small q in small bracket. So this is small s, small l, small g and aq we write for mentioning reactant as well as product. But for mentioning the state of product, we can use upward arrow for gaseous product or downward arrow for precipitate or for solid product. But if in the reactant side we are using SLG, then we will not use upward or downward arrow. Then on product side we use same SL or G. Next is mentioning name and color. Now name and color, the name we mention below symbol or formula outside bracket, and color we mention below symbol or formula but within the bracket. Understood? This one, the state of reactant or product we mention after writing reactant or product. Like reactant is written over here. So here we mention a state. Here we mention a state. Then condition we mention on the arrow or below arrow, and color and name we mention below this reactant over here. In bracket we mention color and name we mention outside the bracket. Now we discuss with examples. Hydrogen reacts with chlorine. First of all, we write chemical equation. Hydrogen reacts with chlorine. Hydrogen is H2 plus Cl2. Hydrogen reacts with chlorine in the presence of light to form hydrogen chloride gas. Hydrogen chloride is product, so HCl. Hydrogen reacts with chlorine in the presence of light. In the presence of light, light is what? Light is the condition. And where we write condition? On the arrow. So this is arrow, here we write light. To form hydrogen chloride, now hydrogen chloride is gas. So here we write in small bracket small g. That is the state. Hydrogen is also gas. Here we write a small g. Chlorine is also gas. Here we write a small g. Because state we mention after symbol or after formula in a small bracket with small g for gas, small l for liquid and small s for solid. Next example. When ignited, a mixture of hydrogen and oxygen explodes to form water vapor. When ignited, a mixture of hydrogen and oxygen means hydrogen is H2 plus oxygen explodes to form water, means that water is product H2O. See, when ignited is a condition, so we write over here ignite. Mixture of hydrogen and oxygen, hydrogen is gas, we write small g, oxygen is also gas. Water vapor, now vapor is formed, so this vapor is also in a gaseous state, this water vapor. Then this is a informative equation. In the volume ratio 2:1, 2:1 means that hydrogen is having a 2 coefficient and oxygen is having a 1 coefficient. This is a balanced and informative chemical equation. Next example, solid potassium chlorate. Potassium chlorate formula is KClO3. Solid potassium chlorate means this is solid in state, and state we mention after formula in small bracket, solid small s. When heated at 200 to 300 degrees Celsius, 200 to 300 degrees Celsius is condition, we mention on arrow 200 to 300 degrees Celsius in the presence of manganese dioxide as catalyst. Manganese dioxide is what? Catalyst, MnO2. Catalyst also we mention on the arrow or below arrow. Keep in mind conditions, temperature, pressure, heating, cooling, ignite, light, catalyst, all we mention on arrow or below arrow. Gives oxygen. Oxygen is product leaving behind a residue of potassium chloride. Potassium chloride. Now oxygen is gaseous in state, small g, and potassium chloride, residue of potassium chloride. Now residue is what? Like you studied during filtration, the solution we get in beaker called as a filtrate, and the solid left in the filter paper called as a residue. So residue means that it is solid. So potassium chloride is solid. Now this is informative chemical equation. Potassium chlorate, which is solid in state, is converted into oxygen gas and residue of potassium chloride, that is solid potassium chloride, and the condition is high temperature and catalyst manganese dioxide. But this reaction is not balanced. In order to balance this reaction, what we do? This we multiply with 3 and this with 2 and this also with 2. Now this is a balanced and informative chemical equation. Next is carbon dioxide turns lime water milky. Now what is carbon dioxide? This is CO2. Lime water is calcium hydroxide, CaOH twice. Milky is a calcium carbonate, and along with calcium carbonate we get water also. So calcium hydroxide, lime water, carbon dioxide turns lime water milky, lime water plus carbon dioxide, milky is calcium carbonate plus water. Next is a burning piece of magnesium. A burning piece of magnesium. Magnesium is what? Metal. Mg. Piece of magnesium. Magnesium is solid. Piece of magnesium. Piece means magnesium is a solid. To burn in a jar of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is also reactant. Gaseous reactant. Burn is a condition, means we have to give temperature, heat, forming white smoky magnesium oxide. What is formed? Magnesium oxide, MgO, white smoky with some black carbon particles. So carbon, black means that the color of carbon is given, and we studied that color we always mention in a small bracket below formula or symbol. So carbon is black, we write below carbon over here, black, colored in small bracket below symbol or formula. Magnesium oxide is white smoky. So here we write the color of magnesium oxide is white. Understood na? So this is an informative chemical equation. Magnesium, which is solid in state, it burns in the presence of carbon dioxide and giving white smoky magnesium oxide and black carbon particles.